Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So, last time we took on Koga and got our 5th gym badge back in Future City. Instead of being in Future City, we're now actually in Saffron City, because there's some unfortunate Team Rocket business that needs to be taken care of before we can actually progress and do anything else in this game. Unfortunately, I'm not really looking forward to taking on Team Rocket at all, because it's not really the most exciting thing to do. Why does this place only have the one cop? This entire city has been taken over by an evil organization, and there's just the one fucking cop here in the corner. What do you gotta say for yourself? Team Rocket, we've been cracking down on them, but they keep coming. Who's been cracking down on them? It's literally just you. And there's like no one else here. What? What? Is your partner is your whole squad dead and you just don't know about it? Alright, whatever. Let's keep going. Any case, yeah, so Team Rocket has come here, taken over Saffron City. More importantly, they've taken on Silph Co. Silph Co being the big, Amazon, or I guess Amazon, or maybe it's more like Google. It's a big old giant mega corporation that does all the things in the Pokemon world. So taking over them is a pretty big deal. Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this. Got a TM40 for Psychic. Unfortunately, there's not really much else to do in Saffron City that I know of. I think that's pretty much it. You get the TM for Psychic, which is cool, and then you fucking go and take on Silph Co. So I guess we'll do that. We've been here before when we had to get, I believe, the Silph Scope. We accidentally found what are they called? Jesse and James, and they managed to open up the way for us because one of their Team Rocket compadres was blocking it, and Jesse kind of just barged in anyways, and then it spun the guy out of the way, so now we're actually able to come inside. It seems like the receptionist needs our help. I have to tell you that our office is a bit of a disaster right now. A real disaster. This is no place for kids. Not when there are so many dangerous people around. Ah. Don't be such a stick in the mud. You wouldn't even let us look around? Oh, you're Blue. The Blue. Curly, I've been looking for you. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, Team Rocket. No surprise. Those Team Rocket goons are causing trouble all over the place. You and me are on the same wavelength, Kane. We can't keep letting Team Rocket do whatever they please. That's right. Come on, it's time we did a little strategy planning. So in short of this, the plan is this. Curly is going to drive Team Rocket out of Silph Co, just like he planned. Okay, cool, thanks. But it'd be crazy to try something like that alone, so Kane is going to go on with him. Right. While you peepsqueaks do that, I'm gonna go do a loop around all of Kanto, squashing out Team Rocket wherever I find them. One of us is sure to find out where their boss is hiding, and while I'm at it, I'll swing by the Pokemon League and tell the bigwigs what they're going on. Awesome! Do you think the Elite Four will come and help us? Nope. So that's the battle plan, guys. Time to split up and put it into action. Heh, if only it were that simple. Fact is, there's one more thing we need to do here first. Curly, Kane, if you want me to leave this place up to you two newbies, then you gotta prove you're up to the task. What? I don't care who goes first, so show me what you've got. So, we gotta go ahead and take on fucking legendary master trainer, gym leader, Elite Four member, no, champion, Blue. Yeah, that sounds about fair. So, you're my first challenger, huh, Curly? Sure, I guess. That's what I like to hear. Here I go! Obviously, he's going to use a slightly neutered team. But in any case, taking on Pokemon Trainer Blue. It's only 2 Pokemon. So let's start out with his Executor, which is great, because it allows me to actually segue into my newest addition to our party, Quiet, the Doduo here. I was gonna add, so when I started playing this, I wrote down a list of Pokemon that I wanted to use for this playthrough, and I knew, I was gonna do sort of a rotational system for this game, so that's why I picked like a good amount of Pokemon, more than 6. But then, after actually playing it, I dumbed down a little bit. So, for example, I was originally going to use a Golduck, but as I was saying, I think I've mentioned it a couple of times, I got a shiny Psyduck in my original playthrough of this game. Oh, well, that sucks. Great first impression. Didn't even get to bring up why I added you to the party, but let's go ahead and go into Keelik. In any case, it's my own fault for Sword Stance first. I had this big old list of Pokemon. I was going to use, a Psyduck, or rather a Golduck, but I managed to get a shiny Psyduck in my own personal playthrough, but it had really shitty IVs, so it was really, really, really bad Pokemon, because like all of its IVs were like really low. So it would do like no damage. I had to feed it like a bajillion candy just to get it to the point where it was like able to actually do damage. Even if it wasn't like at the same level of certain Pokemon, I just would not be able to do anything, which was really disheartening. So I decided to not use a Golduck, and then at the same time I didn't want to use a lot of the same Pokemon. And then there was the whole Blue complex where I was using a lot of the same Pokemon that Blue uses, so I was trying to stay away from stuff like that. Right? But instead of that, I was going to use like a Poliwrath. Decided not to do that instead. I stuck with Ammonite. Excuse me. Stuck with Ammonite, because Ammonite is pretty cool. I've never really used one before. And stuff like that. I was going to end up using a Pinsir and a Tauros, but I ended up taking those guys out as well. So I decided that the last party member that I was going to add to my team is going to be Doduo, who will eventually, be a Dodrio. And the main reason why I even considered Doduo, there's 2 of them. One of them, I keep getting destroyed by Dotrios in this game. I don't know what it is. Apparently, whatever teams I pick, I just have this massive flying weakness in this game. Whenever the 2 times that I've played it, it's just been whenever I encounter a Dodrio, it just fucking destroys my team. And Fearow, like I don't know what it is, or maybe they just really raised the stats for Dugtrio or something like that. Exactly what I'd expect from a Pallet Town trainer. Oh man. So, you really are ready for Team Rocket. I feel pretty good leaving this place in your hands. Then, you're up next. Kane, come at me. I'm just getting warmed up. Be nice if you healed up my guys after you beat the shit out of them. But I guess I'll do that myself. Thanks, Blue. Jeez. So, for Silph Co, there's like 700 floors, or like 11 of them, and then there's like a bajillion trainers on each floor, and then there's also teleporters to get into certain parts of areas, and I think I also gotta get a special key to open up certain areas, like in the Rocket Hideout, the first one, I think. I might be making that last part up. So, in general, it's just gonna be a bunch of grinding nonsense I don't really feel like going through, but I'll power through it. As for actually showing all that, that's probably ain't gonna happen. So what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna fucking finish up my story about the duel, and then I'm just gonna take on all of these damn rocket grunts off screen, cause like they want to use the same shitty garbagey Pokemon and put like no fucking effort into their fucking team strategy or anything. And like this guy's probably gonna come at me with like 3 coughings. Like it's just gonna be fucking 5 million different coughings, 5 million different Rattata-tatas, and fucking Raticates, and maybe an occasional wheezing, and an Ekans or some nonsense like that. And I think that's like their entire MO in terms of Pokemon. So that's just gonna be real lame. Like, the fuck. And then on top of that, progression-wise, believe the game wanted me to do this way sooner. I don't know. It's kind of hard to distinguish when they expect you to do the Silph Co. Submission or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because as I've explored in getting Maxi Kilik and Xianghua, this game is a little bit open world in that sort of sense, and the original Pokemon games were Red and Blue and stuff like that. It was sort of the same way, where you can kind of take on Silph Co at different points in the game, which is really cool. And then boom, evolution, right? Yep, Dodual's evolving. And if you're wondering why Quiet is named Quiet, it's because it's a quiet nature. And I was like, oh, that's a cute name. And obviously I'm thinking of Metal Gear Solid 5, but I was like, oh yeah, that works. For this three-headed bird that it's definitely not in any way, shape, or form possibly quiet. That is the best name for it. And it's also female, so it works out. Oh, we're learning Tri-Attack, which is pretty garbage. Well, partially garbage on Dodual, or Dotrio, just because Dotrio, this Dotrio is a quiet nature, so for whatever reason, its special attack is boosted. But Tri-Attack is a special attacking move, which is why I'm saying it's kind of garbage on Dotrio. It's a good stab move, but, it's not great on Dotrio, who's a physical attacking Pokemon. But in any case, yeah, that's, Team Rocket's MO. They just use a bunch of shitty-ass Pokemon. Oh, and then they have the scientists that sometimes have Magnemites and shit like that. And that's about it. So that's, for like an hour, is pretty fucking lame. And Grimer. Oh, this guy has an Electabuzz. Oh, fuck. No, this guy must be like the king of all the scientists with his fucking Electabuzz here. Trying to fucking show me off. What a fucking asshole with his fucking thick-ass glasses. What kind of bullshit is this? Talking all this shit about them not having, a varied team components or whatever word that was supposed to be, and then this guy comes here with his fucked up his glasses. Okay, sorry. He comes in here with his fucking Electabuzz and shit. Shut me up real quick. But in any case, yeah, it's, they have their shitty Pokemon, and it's all confusing with its teleports. So I will just get through this. Nope, I was right. There is some doors and card keys bullshit that I gotta go through. So it's just layers and layers of just grindy, waste your time me nonsense. So rather than wasting your time completely, because I've been rambling on about not wasting your time for like 5 minutes now, and actually have been wasting your time. Rather than doing that, let's finish up my Dodual story. So, yeah, there's this one chick somewhere. I meant to show that battle on screen, but I accidentally did it off screen. But she ends up having like this killer team that just completely obliterates me. I lost her twice, or I think maybe I did catch it on camera. I don't remember, but she has a Dotrio, and that thing just eats through my teams to the points where in my regular playthrough I felt like just going back and getting a Rhyhorn or like some sort of rock type, because like I just kept getting destroyed by her and then other bird trainers. So I had this really weird flying weakness on my team. But in any case, because of that, I thought, damn, Dotrio mad good in this game. Yo, let me cop one of those. So I got one. That's half the reason. Second reason for me having a fucking Dodual is that, since this is Pokemon Let's Go, based off of, Pokemon Go, Dodual is, or probably was, it's probably changed now to Rattata or Pidgey or something like that, but Dodual was the Pokemon that I had caught the most in Pokemon Go for a very long time, and that's because in my area back in Queens, New York, for whatever reason, when the game came out, that area was just like a massive, and I mean like constantly, all the time, spawn point for Dodual. The first 2-3 months when the game came out, and you would constantly see Doduals. To the point where I caught like 200-300 of them early on. It was a fucking joke. And I would just get really annoyed because, like, it was just when the game had just come out. So, you know, I had to deal with a bunch of the nonsense of the game just not working 90% of the time. And then on top of that, I'm trying to find, like, cool shit. But there's only Generation 1 Pokemon, and this was before, you know, they had any of the cool stuff that they have now. So the game was very limited to begin with. And then on top of that, I kept encountering the same goddamn Pokemon over and over and over again, and not even in like good CP or like that. It's just constant duels, constantly, to the point where, like, you know, when like something shows up so many times, you get into like this cycle of like, or maybe not this cycle, but it just starts out like, okay, cool, this is happening, to like, oh my god, this is happening. So then, like, why does this keep happening? So you just get really frustrated, like, what the fuck? Why do I keep finding this damn fucking bird? To the point where you just loop all the way back around and it's just like, oh my god, I love this bird. This thing is amazing. This is my new favorite fucking Pokemon. Just because you just go insane for seeing this thing or whatever the case may be so much. So that's really what happened with Doduo. The cool thing about Doduo was that, like, he's a really tall bird and whatnot, because, you know, long neck, long legs, and all that shit. So in Pokemon Go, whenever they try to do that, whenever the Pokemon try to do that dumb shit where they try to dodge your Pokeballs and shit, Doduo would do it where he would just jump up a little bit. But he's so fucking tall and lanky and shit that it wouldn't make a difference. My Pokeball would still catch him. So stupid ass bird would try to dodge, and it's just like, you're still on screen, you dumb ass bird. So you would still get caught. So it was nice not having to waste time trying to like catch a Pokemon, because he would still get caught. And generally, you know, Doduo was easy to catch. So I grew a liking to Doduo, and unfortunately, the spawn for Doduo changed completely, and I've seen like maybe one Doduo since the game launched, or something like that. Like, I've yet to see Doduo ever again, which is really sad. Once I started to actually appreciate the dumb lanky ass bird, he just fucking left, never came back ever again. So that's why I'm using Doduo in this playthrough, or not even so much Doduo anymore. It's now a freaking Dugtrio. So yeah, that explains that. I guess I can also say Dugtrio was like the first Pokemon I involved in Pokemon Go, and it was like the first actual strong Pokemon that I ever had, obviously, because it's the only fucking thing I could catch at the time. That was really nice. Other than that, we'll see you guys after I make some actual progress here. Shh! Can't you see I'm hiding? What good is this gonna fucking do you stupid... You! What is it, Mr. Archer? You know that kid? Huh? Curly, you know that old guy? So, you're fool enough to get in our way, is that it? What brave little boys. Wait, aren't you the ones who are getting in our way? Not even. Mr. Archer's saying you're in his way, alright? You want to go home in tears or what? Calm yourself. I'll teach these kids a good lesson. Alright, so I guess we're taking on Archer already. Taking on Archer and his little female grunt friend. Took on Archer in the Team Rocket hideout right before we took on Giovanni. But this time we've got the help of our good old buddy Chris Kane, who has the Cubone that we got from, or rather, that he got and saved from, what was that place called? The Pokemon Tower. Which is really cool that they added that in this game, that he actually picks up. Oh my god, this thing fucking self-destructed. Wow, alright. Well, that did fucking nothing to even the Cubone. So... good job on that one, Archer. Don't really know what to say about that. just like, go Electrode, self-destruct and destroy all of their Pokemon. What do you mean it did no damage? What the fuck? Oh, that was really disappointing. In any case, it's really cool that they added the fact that your rival ends up picking up the Pokemon that you end up saving throughout the game. Which is really nice. It really adds a little bit of like finality to that arc, especially since there's been a lot of like not speculation, but a lot of, you know, just talk in general about that whole section of the game, just because, you know, all the fan theories, and, you know, it's one of the more darker and more interesting parts of Pokemon lore and whatnot. So in general, it's really nice that they added that nice little touch into it. Other than that, it would have been nice if they did things like that. What? Oh, was that just focus energy? Alright. Doesn't matter much since you're burned, my little friend. Other than that, I wish they did more things like that. I think that's one of the main issues that I, in general, have with the rivals in this game, or not so much in this game, but in these games, is that they don't really let them develop throughout the game. Like the characters, the rival characters in all these Pokemon games, they will actually, you know, go through their own journeys and quests and stuff, and, you know, they'll kind of tell you about that through text and stuff, but they don't actually show you any of that. Which is one of the issues I have, you know? Like, it would be nice if they did some of that. Like, they do it sometimes subtly, but not really. I wish they would do it a lot more explicitly. So, one of the subtle things they did is in, like, for example, Sun and Moon, one of your rivals, Gladeon. Pretty much all his Pokemon, they evolve via friendship, which is really cool because he starts out being like this weird, angsty, misguided teenager, and, you know, he grows into a more mature, normal kid and loves his Pokemon and whatnot. So it's cool that like all his Pokemon end up being Pokemon that evolved through friendship and stuff like that. So, you know, little things like that are nice and subtle. But it would have been nice if it was a little bit more carried out. Like, one of the things that I know it's kind of difficult for them to do in Pokemon games, but they never really show your rival, for example, doing a battle or something like that. Like, if they were to show, I don't know, your rival fighting off against Team Rocket and getting their ass kicked, and then later on, you know, you either, be it maybe like some shitty little cutscene, be it just like, you know, actually in battle, like if it was like this, but like in a cutscene format where they just kind of like talk a little bit and the battle kind of just happens. If they could like just show something like that where it's just you not being involved as the player and it's just the rival doing their own thing, I think that would be really cool for them to add in. You know, let the rival like actually do something on their own. Like those episodes in in anime where like the side character gets their moment to shine. Those episodes are really good because you actually get to see development from someone that isn't the main character. And then you can, if you want, you can use that later on to fucking jerk off the main character however the fuck you want, which is fine, whatever. But it just feels a lot better to jerk off the main character when the character that's jerking them off actually has some sort of development, you know? So, I don't know. I just hope that's something that kind of happens in the next series of games on the Switch. I really doubt they will. I'm sure they're going to stick to the same tried and true formula that they've done now, where, you know, the rival is just going to be this thing that you just beat up constantly, and they have no say in their life or anything like that. They're just there for you to beat the shit out of them, and occasionally team up with them, and give you gifts and shit. But maybe we're lucky they'll actually have some sort of development or something. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. In any case, we take down here Archer and female Grunt Lady, and also Xianghua during Blizzard. Sure, why the hell not? I don't see any reason to have Body Slam, I'll say that much. So we'll learn Blizzard here. Gah, again? What? Oh my god. So it wasn't a stroke of luck that let you beat me last time. I understand now. We'll have to be more careful about you two. Out of the way! Ow. Hey, that grunt, did you drop something? Alright, so we got the card key now, so we can go back and we can actually open up all of these random doors here, which is cool. You wanna maybe heal me? No. I know there's like a heal place somewhere around here. I don't really know where exactly. I've just been going up and down the floors. I'm on the 5th floor now, so I've just been going up straight up the floors. I haven't been doing any of the teleporters yet. This Porygon looks cool as fuck in its model. But yeah, I've just been going through the floors up and down. So don't know where I'm gonna find this healing. But I think it's somewhere around here. Let's go ahead and take on this Rocket Grunt here, and if it's not past these doors, then I guess I'll fucking run outside and try and heal myself. This is gonna be a real pain, or unless I'm already healed. Oh, I'm already healed. All right. Thank you so much, Chris Kane, for healing my Pokemon without telling me. Just like fucking digging into my pockets, taking out my Pokeballs, healing up my Pokemon somehow with all of your potions and shit. Just to random person's, well, I guess not random because, you know, we're friends or whatever, but you just go in, take someone's fucking Pokeballs without telling them, and just heal up all their Pokemon, and then sneakily give it back to them and be like, oh hey, what do you know, that Rocket Crunch, you dropped a card key. You know, you can have this. I didn't do anything else weird. Chris Kane. I don't know what any of that was. I'm sorry.
Who's that Pokémon?
Need arena.